Hi everyone, happy Monday. So, yeah, couple things. So this video is going to have a few different things in it. We are going to start with the completed pages for December because that's probably the main reason everybody's here. I'm also going to touch on some goal setting for the year. I know, late to the party as usual, but we're going to try, and I'll explain how when we get there. And there at the very end I am going to do some kitty clips. I am putting them at the end of this video. I'm going to include them as much as I can this year because everybody seems to like them, but unless it's a color and chat, I'm going to put it at the end of the video because most of the time if people are coming for completed pages and stuff, they probably just want to see like the pages or the flip throughs. But on my color and chats, I'll stick them in the front. So hopefully everybody's okay with that. I will put timestamps in the description if you want to jump to any of those items I just described. But first, I'm assuming main reason everyone's here is completed pages for December. So I was slow out of the gate, but I feel like I finished pretty darn strong at the end. I was coming off one of my kind of pauses in coloring, and yeah, did really well. Like I said, colored quite a bit over the last few weeks, which I was off work the last few weeks, so that is a big part of that. So let's get started, and hopefully I can remember to keep a count as we're going. These are not in any particular order. I just tried to grab them as best I could. Okay. Alright, Sid, my desk is an absolute mess because I was going to do my color and chat today and then I changed my mind, but all my stuff's still here. So anyway, enough of that. I colored out of the space coloring book. This is the Galaxy Color by Number book by Color Questopia. It is what they call the Midnight Edition with the black background. We did a color and chat. Sorry, I have to be careful because I colored a picture in there for this month already. Yay, go me. So I can't remember. I think we just used spree markers. I grabbed a couple Prismacolors and stuff when I needed some extra colors here and there, but it was just alcohol markers. Love these. I am starting to insert printer pages in between my finished pages in my books. What I would like to do down the road is come back and possibly use that finishing spray on both sides of the pages, because I am, like others, having problems with color transfer onto the other pages, even after it's supposedly dry. So I got to come up with a solution for that. For now, we're going to do this. So there we go out of that one. This is part of my 10 books to finish in 2021. We just did a color and chat of this one. This is Enchanted World, Color by Numbers, which I am super excited about, by the way. Not part of my 10 books to finish, but I could see myself going front to back in this one. Seriously, I don't think there's any picture I don't like. So we did this one. This was right before New Year's. Took a bit of a break over the weekend. I should have posted in the community, but I was basically trying to go anti-computer for 2 or 3 days. So I was that next videos. So, but again, I believe spree markers, though I pulled some from Copic, I believe, and I also pulled some from Prisma for like the pale yellows and the pale pinks and stuff. Love this picture. Super pretty. Like I said, I love this book. I wanted to do a New Year's Eve live stream, and there's a page in here. It's perfect for that. I don't know. We might use that next year. Maybe next year I'll feel more up to it. Mystery Colors, Jungle Animals, part of my 10 books to finish in 2021. I think the first 2 I did in November. So we have this handsome, or beautiful. I'm not sure what the difference is, male or female. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I believe this is one of those, it's like Capybara capybara. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, I think that's what this is. It looked like a giant like gerbil or hamster when I was coloring it. And I was like, what in the world is this thing? But I think it's something like that. But real pretty. Love it. Love this book. If you've been following me on Instagram, you see I've already done another page this month. Again, I think that was spree markers. Most most of the markers are probably going to be spree markers, but people want to know, so I'm going to tell you. I did a page out of each of the Stone Mosaic books, also part of my 10 books to finish. We did, where to go? Nope, it's the next one. Okay. So we did this one on camera, and I loved it. These are perfect for like late evening coloring. Easy to read numbers. I also did this one. I'm using a lot of my shuttle arts, Bic marking, my budget markers in these books. So, and then I think those were the only two. And then the next one, I believe, yeah, there was just 2 in there from last month. It's going to be hard to keep up with this. Alright, so now we got this one, and I think I just did the one in here, didn't I? I'm trying to work these front to back mostly so I don't get like crazy confused like I am right now. And having to put the pages in is throwing me off too. Okay, so we have Mr. Giraffe right here. Oh, no, I did 2 in here too. And we had the rose, which I started in a coloring chat, and then I finished off camera. So, I think that's it. Yeah. So, we got 2, 4, 5, 6. We got 7 so far. Worked on this one a lot off camera. I'm not sure if I posted any of these on Instagram or not. Just never got around to it. Again, perfect for coloring in late evening while I'm watching something. There's actually a few pictures in here that I would consider like winter pictures that I'm going to still color. I mean, I could color this any time of year, but if I want to color specific, no, don't leave me, Sidonia. So mean. If I want to be coloring Christmas at Christmas, there's still a few pictures in here that I could, you know, say is winter pictures, I guess. So we got this one. Again, I think I'm using the budget markers for this. This is basically, these types of books is where I'm really burning a lot of the shuttle arts and Sharpies and stuff like that I have. Though peach can be a tough color to find, I do have, shuttle art does have a pastel peach that works beautifully in this book. But I don't know how many of those I have left. I'm going to burn through that peach really fast. So then I have this one. Like I said, I did quite a few in this one. Love this one. So pretty. So bright. And then I finished off with this one, I think. No. There's this one. And then I finished off with this one. Yes. Next one's like another snowman, so I might color that this month. I mean, again, I could color these anytime, but I really like this one too. I finished this one when we were watching Flight of the Navigator. It's actually kind of fun. It'll be fun to look. 3, 4, is that 5? I think it was 5 out of here. So we're at 12. Might be fun to look at some of these and be like nostalgic, like, oh, I remember doing this while I was coloring this. Anyway, I don't know. Another color and chat, floral design, color by number. Again, part of my 10 books to finish. We did this one, which was hydrangeas, and can't remember what I used. Probably just my sprays is my guess. I don't remember, but it's markers. As you can see, most of these are markers, so, well, no, this is mostly markers too. This is like blended markers, I guess. So The one buddy color I did manage to get this month with Lisa Loves Color. I did want to put her version here, but I forgot to ask her before I did this video. So you'll have to go check out her Instagram or her YouTube site if she does finished pages to see her version of it, but it is gorgeous. We did a buddy color out of Christmas Cats by Marjorie Sarnett. And this was mine. I think I used mostly the Arteza Everblends, I think, on this. And then I used some Jelly Roll gel pens and those paint markers. The Trandper, I don't know, something silent in there. I'm sure it's a lot of letters to get consonants together with no vowels, but use those paint markers too. And then my Jelly Roll gel pens, you can see a little bit of sparkle. Love it, love it. I really love the cat. Like the blend there was just beautiful. So I loved it. That was definitely, as you saw, one of my favorite pages of the year. So 14. We did this in the live stream that I actually had, the Christmas Eve live stream. Christmas Fantasy Color by Number by Color Questopia. This is also the Midnight or Black Background edition. And we did this one, which is fun. I love the Christmas dragons. I don't know. I just think that's so fun. We're either at 13 or 14, y'all. Large Print Color by Number Christmas by Sun Life Drawing. I did do just the one in here. I thought I would do more, but I did not. I don't know what that is. Anyway, I did this one with the cute little animals caroling. And I used the budget markers for this one. This would have been a really good one to knock out quite a few pages, but you know what? I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know what my deal was. But I did do this one. So there's that. Does anybody know, like, I haven't heard anything from Sun Life Drawing lately, like new books or reprints of all. Like, I know they republished a lot of their books with the black lines in their mosaics, but that was like the last thing I heard from them. So I hope everything's okay. We did this one on camera as well, 50 Winter Miniatures by Camellia Angelkova. This is the one where we tested out the Arteza iridescent paints, let me grab them, Studio 71 watercolor pencils, and then those new paint markers I mentioned in the other one, which I loved. And we did this owl, the background, and the snow. The snow's like my favorite thing about this picture. The snow is some of that iridescent paint, and then the background's the iridescent, which turned out super shiny. I think I would just use plain black acrylic in the future, but I think I already mentioned that. We did the watercolor pencils, and I did some outlining, and then like the ornaments and stuff, and the paint markers, which I love. I love. You will be seeing this iridescent paint again soon, and probably the paint markers too. Hint, hint. You will be seeing that iridescent paint again. So one of the big things I want to do this next year is really make sure I start using what I have more and not just relying on alcohol markers all the time, like getting a little more creative. Anyway, finally, again by Sun Life Drawing, we have the Color by Number Christmas Mosaic. This is their old version with the white lines. I prefer the black lines, but I am not going to buy all the mosaic books again. I've already started coloring them. I will just either deal with the white lines or I will draw them in myself. I'm trying to be mindful about my buying here. I also like to use my super tips in this, the water-based markers. So here is a just adorable cat picture that I used Crayola and Rose Art super tips on. I get great color on them For me, the water-based markers like that work really well for small spaces like this. If I have to color anything bigger than these spaces, they get a little streaky. And even with this, the really light colors, sometimes I have to do more in one layer. But for these mosaic books by Sun Life Drawing, they're perfect. Perfect. So I love using them for this. And I actually need to use some of my other water-based markers in here and start burning through those, because I have not been using them, as we all know. So what are we at? Like 15, 16 pictures for the month? That's what is the word I'm trying to look for? I am just woo today. That is a good effort. that is a good amount for the month. Like I said, I started out really kind of slow on coloring, especially the Christmas stuff, and as you can see, I did color in some of my new Christmas book purchases, but there were a lot that I didn't touch. So but I still did a pretty good effort. Oh, I colored this one when we watched Die Hard too, Christmas Day night, in fact. So anyway, so yeah, 15, 16 pictures for the month. That was actually really good for me. Am I going to hit that every month? I'll need to if I want to finish my 10 books this year, but we're going to try. Alright, so where are we at? 1630 mark. Alright, so we're going to talk about goals now. We're at 1630. Okay, 1630, goals. I still have to add my stuff, my opening thumbnails, so that timestamp's not going to be right anyway. I don't know. Anyway, goals. Okay. Goals. I don't know what else to do here. Now I'm sitting here with a blank thing. So, I have talked about my issue with planning. My issue with doing any sort of planning, any sort of goal setting, because the very moment that I breathe the words, the moment that those words become out there in public, out of my brain, fate, God, what have you, whatever your particular flavor is, decides to step in and just shimmy everything up. I seem to have, hopefully not as much bad luck trailing me this year, but I seem to have, like, I know some of y'all are like, you know, bad luck, whatever. No, seriously, like, even my therapist, we've talked about this in my coloring chats. Even my therapist is like, geez Louise, Michelle. Like, I'm sure, you know how, like, therapists, of course, are confidential about their, you know, their patients and stuff, even their family, but I would not be surprised whatsoever if some of the things that have happened to me have come up in conversation between her and her husband or her family member, and her just be like, y'all, this girl is bad luck. I may even have to cut her loose myself, because I'm hoping it's not catching. But anyway, I said it was years of having black cats, and that must be it. Anyway, so terrible at planning, not necessarily because I can't do it, but because the moment I do it, it all goes wrong. And I'm not just talking about one or two things. It just all goes wrong. Like, something just major happens and throws everything out of whack. So, I saw some people set goals for this year, and I was like, okay, so I want to do this. I do. Because this year is the big 4-0. I don't know, hopefully I'm not, like, flipping anybody off in sign language doing that. Here, let's do it this way. This year is the big 4-0 for me. Here we go. This works out really well. This is why I have my blotter page. Yes, I know. I guess it's a good thing it wasn't last year, though. It would have probably felt more appropriate back then. So yeah, in May 20th to be exact, I turned 40. And by 40, obviously, I was really hoping I had my crap together in a lot of ways, especially my health, and that obviously has not happened. I know that my doctor's going to be like, oh, hey, you're 40. You know, this is like what, the mammogram year where those start. Not looking forward to that. Anyway, big year, big year. I guess not really, age is a number, but a year I'm not looking forward to in that regard in terms of my age. Anyway, so I saw people setting goals and I was like, okay, I cannot set full year goals. Not right now. Just can't do it because I'm going to do it and it's just going to all go wrong. And I gotta slowly I gotta figure out a different way. And so I came up with, yeah, I came up with 40 for 40. Yeah, I know, that's a real head, that's big brain time right there. But what I figured was, instead of trying to set like, I don't know, New Year's resolutions or really big goals for the year, I thought I would break it up into smaller goals and break them up into monthly goals. And I don't know, kind of review them each quarter, maybe change them up a little bit, but basically I'm just going to work month to month. I have a few big, big year goals in mind. Like, you know, I'm thinking 40 pounds. And this is not until I turn 40. This is for the whole year. We're going to just count the whole year from January to December is the 40 for 40 year. So there are a couple big goals. Like, I would like to lose 40 pounds this year. Doable. Not a crazy amount. What else? Oh, I have my 10 books to finish. Trying to think of what else. I would like to permanently get off my sleep aids. Mostly just if I get to the point where I just need an occasional one, that's fine. I would also like to be off pregabalin. That is what I take for my fibromyalgia. We're not even going to touch the antidepressant though. And that's a pity because that's a big ticket item in terms of cost, but I think I'm going to need it to knock all this other stuff out. And the hope is if I can have a good year, maybe I can at least start backing off the antidepressant next year. So so I do have big goals for the year. Not really saying I don't, just I'm going to look at this on a month-to-month basis rather than trying to take it into a year and break it up into chunks. Does that make any sense? Because there's a couple things, a couple complications here. I have fibro. This is a huge problem when I am trying to move more. The flare-ups can come, I'm sure there's some diet reasons they flare up. If I have any sort of inflammation, so sore muscles from a workout increase threefold, probably more, because of the fibro inflammation. It just aggravates the fibro. So it's not just sore muscles, but like I may have sore muscles the next day, but I might randomly pull something and like my right hip is just in agony because I moved a certain way or something like that. So one of the reasons I'm not as active anymore, which sucks, is because of this. And this requires me to do things very slowly. And I've got to figure out a way to manage it. And the more active I am, the better this should be, in theory. So, but like I said, can't just say I'm going to do all this and then break it up into chunks. We're going to start off slow and build up as the year goes on. Depression is another problem, as we know. I mean, it's like a cycle, right? And then I also have really bad, I have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. I don't know if they call it something else now, which means really bad, like PMS. I'm sure the hormonal stuff has something to do with all this, but when I have this stuff flaring up in whatever cycle thing I'm referring to, again, all this other stuff, it all comes together. And that's the problem, is I set a big plan and then this could throw me off for days. So yeah, I got a couple things there. Sick cats. As y'all know, my cats are getting older. I have a number of them with chronic issues that are requiring frequent trips to the vet. Medication management, like I'm in a senior living center. I guess it is a senior living center for cats. I was trying to think. Insomnia, obviously. So I started trying to be more active on the 1st. And the past 2 nights I have slept awful. Awful. I mean, you'd think to be the opposite. I'd be more tired. No. I've been skipping naps too, and just no. I will wake up about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, just boom, can't go back to sleep till about the time it is to get up. So that's a big problem. So like, actually I should have put that after the other stuff. So yeah, like those things there, it's all, I have to draw a diagram explaining what I'm doing. So this is me in a nutshell. This is another reason why it's hard for me to set goals, because I can easily get overwhelmed with information. So all that being said, this is a lot of reason, this and just my bad luck, is a lot of the reason why, again, I can't just set some resolutions and then chop it, just say, okay, this is what we're doing each month. No. We're going to have to build a system from the ground up that takes into account all of this and allows me to be able to be consistent and actually get out of the rut I'm stuck in right now. If I can end the year more active than I am now, where I'm spending less time on the couch, basically at the end of the year, if I could spend less time on the couch and I am more active at the end of the year than I am when I started, really and truly, besides the coloring goals, I'm talking about personal goals, everything else is gravy. Like, seriously. So, oh yes, and we have one more thing that has just recently started to become a problem, and is the reason I want to be off the pregabalin. Okay, I don't have enough room for this. I have gastroparesis. It is medication induced. I was taking gabapentin. Basically, my digestive system slows down, and depending on what I eat, some days it just barely even wants to move, and that can cause all kinds of issues. It's caused vomiting, nausea, and sadly, the less processed the food is, the harder it is on my system. So I have to juggle that as one of the reasons I went off the pregabalin. Right now, I'm having to weigh the effects of the medication on my fibro versus the stomach issues it causes. And right now, it's just, there's no contest. I have to have it for my fibro, or I'm never going to get active. So that is something I would like to happen. This has been extra aggravated, probably due to my diet, in the last few weeks. So again, a lot of issues here. So, oh, I feel like, have y'all seen the meme? And I can't remember what the reference is of where it comes from, but the guy that has the board with all the red strings attached. Like, this is me right now explaining this. So I thought, okay, so yeah, this is a work in progress. I don't have a pretty goal planner or anything. I was not buying any planners for this year. I bought some for last year, and boy, howdy, did those collect dust. So we're not going to do that, at least not right now. Couple things I have in mind. First, we're going to talk about the personal goals and stuff. So I have 2 sets of goals. I figured, let's see, if I do all 3 goals each month, I will hit 40 way before the end of the year. So this gives me some wiggle room. So I figured I'll set some personal goals and I'll set some coloring goals, and they're going to be small to start with. So my personal goals, I put 10 minutes moderate activity half of the days out of the month. I bought a Ring Fit adventure game for the Switch with some of the money I got for Christmas. No, I take that back. My in-laws actually purchased that for me. My bad. They purchased that for me. I tried it out a couple days ago. I really like it. I do want to try to do it every other day, but again, I know the moment I say that, like today is kind of iffy because my lower back is weirdly extra sore for some reason. So I don't know. I might try it today. I might be laid out for 2 days after that. So I gave myself plenty of wiggle room, and it's 10 minutes. I have a yoga routine I can do if it's just nothing else is going to work that day. I can go walk, I can get on a recumbent bike, I have the Ring Fit Adventure, I have Just Dance games. I mean, just 10 minutes, that's it. Organize, clean my office. That means going through all my cleaning stuff, all my coloring stuff, coloring books. I'm going to probably put some of them on Amazon. I'm going to use some of them for personal gifts to family and friends. Some of them I'm going to donate. Some of them I'm going to give away. I don't know any of it yet. That's why I'm giving myself a whole month for this room. I've got to stop being a social hermit. A lot of y'all know I will go off grid for months and then come back, and I'm going to try to be more consistent with being social with my family and friends. So friends and family, I'm going to check in 2 times this month. It's either a phone call, a message on Messenger, I might send a meme, I might send an email, I might send a gift. Just some social touch point I want to do. And 2 times in a month should not be that difficult. Like I said, we're gonna crawl before we walk. Actually, we're gonna worm. We're not crawling before we walk. We're not walking before we're running. We're worming our way to crawling. We're doing like we're not even to the army crawl yet. We're just going to kind of worm our way. So January is like the worming month. Basically just building some basic habits. Coloring goals, 1 page in each of my 10 books to finish list that I had. I'll put that in the description if you guys are curious to know which books those are. 3 videos each week. It might just be me sitting here with a board and strings going across explaining to you like some crazy coloring conspiracy theory or something. I don't know. It might be a picture of Sidonia cleaning herself. Though I don't know. YouTube might put a block on that one. It might be 10 minutes of her washing herself. It might all I can promise you is no nudity, no human nudity. Hashtag demonetized. No, I'm gonna try to stay away from anything current events, though. Let me tell you, I wish I had. I guess that's where my rants are going to be, or for my therapist, because I don't want to offend people on this site. But man, New Year's resolution for everybody should have been get more use their common sense and logic and reasoning more. Anyway, 3 videos each week. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. More than likely, like I always do. Sunday, Monday will be coloring chat. Wednesday will be a catch-all. Friday be flip-throughs. Probably going to dig into my collection after next Friday. But just building consistency again is basically what I'm doing. I want to do 5 color-long images or buddy colors. Again, trying to be more social. I had a lot of fun doing that buddy color last month with Lisa Loves Color. So I do want to do some more of those again. I have a couple people I'm going to reach out to that I already know I want to do a buddy color with. Someone reached out to me, and then somebody else I want to do a buddy color with. So there's 2. And we all know I'm doing the Whimsy Girls 2021 hashtag, so there's 3. So all I gotta do is come up with 2 more. That can't be too hard, right? There's some other hashtags happening this month, by the way. Whimsy Girls 2021 is... it's right here. It was right here in front of me because I said it, and I don't want to say the wrong person. I think it's Dollar Diva. Let me go look. Sorry, that was from my video. The Coloring Diva. Excuse me. See, I was wrong. The Coloring Diva. Alright, the Coloring Diva. Disney Birthday Bash 2021 is one I saw on Instagram. That was a weird sound. Addicted to Coloring and Kate's Coloring Haven on Instagram are doing that one. January Color Your Hoard 2021 by Lovella's Coloring. Get Your Haven On 2021 is a year-long creative haven color along. Adult Coloring with Megan and Downey Amanda. I'm going to put all this in the description, or co-hosting that one. And Color with Claire is doing a Joanna January. I think that's right. Is that right? Oh my gosh. I just saw it. I'm pretty sure she's doing Joanna January. Anyway, I'm going to put all that in the description. So there's some color alongs if you guys are curious to know and didn't know what was going on with color alongs. Did I get them all? Yeah, I got them all. Okay. So yeah, this is it. Now, I also have an idea for a point system, which I was kind of working on, and then I was like, okay, no, we're going to work on this throughout the month. So like I was thinking I could, basically these are going to give me points. I'm going to create my goal video game, my personal goal, like virtual reality game where I can level up and get experience or points, and the points do matter because with the points I can actually do things like buy coloring books and stuff. So with the points I earn, I can actually reward myself. So I started off, I was like, 1 point for each color along, 1 point for a buddy color, 1 point for a color pencil page, which you guys know I don't do very often. Maybe just 1 point for a non-marker picture, 1 point per message call check-in. Anyway, I'd started all these before I did this, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to use the month and just kind of come up with ideas for this. So y'all will hear more about this probably in February. But if anybody wanted some ideas, maybe that will help. Okay, now that I've spent like 20 minutes talking about my goals and goal setting, y'all are like, man, you're nuts. Why don't you just do these in separate videos? Because I don't like doing daily videos. I enjoyed the challenge, and I almost met my challenge with the exception of New Year's Eve, where I did it like every day for almost 2 weeks. Almost. It was a countdown. I almost did it. But daily videos are difficult when I'm trying to do clips and insert a lot of different stuff. I guess if I was just recording from my camera and uploading straight up to YouTube, it probably wouldn't be that difficult, but I can't make things that easy. Anyway, so that's why you get these extra long videos with everything rolled into them. And that's why I like using timestamps. That wasn't a good sound from the kitchen. Hopefully my husband is not buried under a bunch of pans. Anyway, so yeah, there are my goals. Now I'm going to show you, I think, some clips from New Year's Day that I took of the cats. Might be some other random stuff in there. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, a good start to your week. And hopefully Wednesday I will be back with the coloring chat. It will be the Whimsy Girls 2021. I am coloring the New Year's Eve picture that is one of the pictures to color for January. So everything else, I guess you'll see then. enjoy the clips, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye for now. This is how I'm starting my day at 12:30. I've got to break out of this sleeping late business. I gotta go back to work on Monday, and this is not gonna work. Is it, Sidonia? Is it, Miss Sid? She's over here supervising. Yes, that's an old sweater I have laying on there. I don't pull it on unless it gets really cold, and they seem to like it. And as you know, the cat's priorities are my priorities, so isn't that right, girl? She's still got her croupy cough. I wish I could figure out what's causing it. And she's still got litter box issues, but other than that, she's doing pretty good, isn't she? Yes. She don't love me as much as her daddy, though. She likes being near me. She likes being in my vicinity, but she will lay on her daddy multiple times a day if he lets her. She won't crawl in my lap. Don't know why. Hadn't figured that one out. So, and Daddy's in the shower, so right now she's just sitting here with me. Yes. Yes, ma'am, I'm talking about you. Somebody's feeling spicy this morning. Ma'am. Oh, probably heard Sid cough. Scamper. Ma'am. So, like, overnight, it blew up like 20 degrees. It was almost 70 degrees outside. And so the door is wide open. This sounds fun, but I worry that this kind of weather also brings tornadoes to this area, which is like the last thing anybody ever needs, but especially the Nashville area. Isn't that right, girl? Oh my gosh. All those freeze-dried chicken treats on that blanket. We'll be doing some blanket washings this weekend, Yeah, they're long overdue. Why aren't you talking to me? Why aren't you chirping? Is it because I got the camera on and you're shy? Oh, look at my scamper. Looky. Yes. I don't know if you can catch her purring or not. Aw, did you flop for mommy? She likes those little rubber bracelets you have on your arm, and she has been carrying those around this morning and squalling. She does that with the rubber bracelets, and then Sid does it with her little puff balls. Yes. And Reap Cheap likes to do it with his little worm toy, but I can't let him have that all the time because he could easily pull that apart, and that would probably be dangerous. So, well, you were all my girls this morning. All my girls. You want some banana flakes, don't you? Yes. All right, let's go get you some banana flakes. Does that sound good? Want some tuna? Tuna flakes?